Shout out to the trappers, we are my back lit. It's D out of Henny Man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets.
D out of Henny Man. D out of Henny Man. Put it on your YouTube.
Shout out to the trappers, we are back lit. It's D out of Henny Man, battle rap trap, and we definitely got the streets. Alright, so bootleg gate version 7 or 700, depending on who keeping count, is going down. We all know Max Out 3 went down the other day. Great event. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that off top. But there was a caffeine channel that was streaming the event. They got a total of 3,900 viewers, allegedly. We all know caffeine kind of do crazy things with their numbers, but the number reads at 3,900. I did a blog about how I feel about this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I said my thoughts at the end of it, but Geechi is actually taking to Twitter to speak a similar thought as mine, man. Check this out. Temperature Check goes on Twitter and says, caffeine has a responsibility to monitor the content being put out on their platform. If this was an outlier incident, I could see the past, but there's a history of accountability that has been disregarded. Geechi responds and says, how would they be able to monitor someone streaming a battle live though? When URL events on caffeine, people be in there at the same time doing watch parties of the events, and that's directly hitting their pockets. So I'm sure if it was an easy way to stop it, they would. Geechi went on and said, it would be caffeine URL events live on caffeine, and when you browse, you will see multiple caffeine accounts, channels watching and streaming the event. People doing their own watch parties, commentary, and all at the same time. So my point is, blaming the company is way off. Bad Money responds to Geechi and says, some of these same people tweeting have sat in URL caffeine watch parties and acting so outraged all of a sudden. Geechi responds to Bad Money and says, that's all I'm saying. Like, bro, we watch people stream every caffeine event. Not saying it's okay to bootleg any event, but to say it's the company fault is wrong though. That's on the individual. Temp Check responds to Geechi and says, I don't know how they would fix it. It's their problem to fix though. YouTube takes down videos all the time. IG blocks lives. If they don't want to monitor that activity, outsource to someone who will. They're not going to continually be allowed to claim innocent when it's on their platform. Geechi says, we've seen it though. People on the same event in question watched it on Facebook and Reddit, Discord, and more. All those companies are at fault to you, not the person who decided to do it on their platform. So that's kind of where it all ends as far as what Geechi was saying. And I gotta say again, I gotta reiterate, I'm not sure what Temp Check thinks or whatever, but these events be getting streamed on YouTube as well. While it's a live event, it's very hard to monitor who's also streaming. The computers can't just search it as live content. It has to already be documented, and the computers already got to know and understand, or you got to have live people out there searching to make sure your stuff isn't getting bootlegged. In other words, it's on RBE, it's on URL, it's on these companies to make sure their stuff isn't on Twitch, Reddit, Discord, YouTube, not only caffeine. The things that Temp Check is talking about is after the fact, you know what I'm saying? Once it's already in the system, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. For example, Quarter Lab, after a URL event, my clips that I put up from each battle might get flagged as far as Quarter Lab product, so I can't monetize off of it anymore. But that's after the fact. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen while the event is live. I think that people are speaking out because it's caffeine. Caffeine is URL affiliated. They were being bold enough to say URL did it at first. Now they realize how that sounds. So they're trying to say caffeine needs to do something. Newsflash. Caffeine is a bunch of white people that don't care about battle rap. They probably know nothing about the RBE Max Out event, and unless somebody from RBE contacted them, they probably weren't aware that that's what was going on. As simple as that. YouTube isn't aware of everything that goes on YouTube. Temp Check has a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? But of course, this isn't just about Temp Check. It's a lot of people who feel how you feel, and they're not necessarily wrong. There should be things in place, but that's on both sides, because at the end of the day, if this is my product and I want to make sure nobody's bootlegging, I'm going to have somebody on the job. I know the platforms that do these types of things. And while my product is live that I paid a lot of money to get done, I'm going to make sure that that's being handled. And I feel like maybe that's why ARP himself hasn't came out and say, yo, y'all owe me $300,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He might be talking to them behind the scenes, maybe to try to make sure things like this don't happen in the future. But we also got to look at the other platforms if we really trying to stop this. If it's just about caffeine, say it's just about caffeine. But if it's really about stopping in bootlegging, you got to look a lot of other places. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Geechi for addressing this. Shout out to Temp Check for having an opinion. Oh yeah, speaking of ARP, he took to Twitter. Now we all know he's been going on a victory run, this victory lap, and he should be. It was an amazing event, a historical event. Congrats to RBE, everybody on the card, everybody involved. But his newest tweet really takes it there, man. The fan says it's event of the year for sure, and in a long time, this way better than Summer Madness. ARP responds and says, don't mention Summer Madness in the same sentence as Max Out 3, unless you talking about Summer Madness 2. Whoa, I need to know what y'all think about that in the comments as well. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's Battle Rap Trap. We got the streets. Shout out to the trappers. We are back lit. It's the Henny Man Battle Rap Trap, and we definitely got the streets.
D out of Henny Man.